So what's the dating scene like in Atlanta? Sharp King coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. Now the other day I got a question from somebody in the comment section, and they want to know what's been my experience living here in the Atlanta area. And I think my experience, of course, is going to differ from a lot of other people. I think it's going to depend on a couple of things, though. See, my intentions of moving here wasn't to party or, date. And I came here basically because I wanted to create better opportunities for myself. So that's my intentions here. And I think it's also going to depend upon why did the person move here and what are they into. That's going to determine what their dating experience is going to be like and who they're hanging around. So I came here for better opportunities for myself, to create better opportunities for myself. That's my whole MO. I didn't come here to date necessarily. Even though I really don't date. I just meet a gang of people and spend time with a very select few people. I really the problem with dating here is the workforce. The market here is oversaturated for a lot of people. See, a lot of people here are struggling. Now you might be asking, hey, what that got to do with dating? That has a lot to do with dating because people have to make a living before they are able to do anything else. And see, you have to keep in mind is when the average person doesn't have what they need, they become very scandalous. And some people will say, well, you still shouldn't be like that. You still should try to do the right thing. You should be respectful of others. Now, in a perfect world, that sounds good. But see, when people don't have what they need, they become very scandalous. And they get into survival mode. Now, survival mode is basically, it is what it is. People are just trying to survive. They're just trying to put some food in their stomach. They're trying to find a way to pay the bills. So people will sacrifice other individuals in order to do that. I think it's more of a survival mechanism that goes off in a lot of people's heads and their minds. They got to do what they got to do. So what you have here, most people you meet are going to have some type of hidden agenda. Most people around you for a certain reason. And see, a lot of people here don't really, if you're going to move here, I tell a lot of young people, if you're going to move here to Atlanta area, you got to have an acquired skill or some type of skilled trade. You got to have an acquired skill and a skilled trade. That way, if you don't find a job, you can still make some money to take care of yourself. But see, what you have here is you have a lot of people that have financial troubles and have a lot of problems here finding jobs because they don't have any unique skill. You have to have a unique skill set here. When I say unique skill set, I'm talking like it could be electrician, programmer, a plumber, what else? A designer. You could be in the fashion. You could be a mechanic. You could be any type of. You could be in the social media. You could be in any area of expertise where the job doesn't go right. You got fired. You got laid off. After your job, even after your job, if you're an electrician, for example, even after your job, you can still have clients on the side. That's what I'm talking about when I say a skilled trade, a unique skill set. So you have a lot of people here The reason why most of them find themselves in a position that they do because they don't have a unique skill set. Look, I'm not talking about retail. I'm not talking about working in the warehouse. Those jobs just don't pay enough. I'm sorry. You know, they just don't. You know, and see, that's the problem. That's why there's a lot of homeless people here, and there's a lot of women that have a lot of jobs here, but they don't pay enough. See, I remember I did a video a couple weeks ago talking about Atlanta. I see a lot of people think just because they make 40, 50, 60,000, they think that's a lot of money. That's not enough money here. You know, that's not a lot of money. You know, you might think 60,000 is a lot of money. That's not a lot of money, especially when you think about the taxes. But see, some people don't think about it like that. Some people just look at, oh, I got a sexy job title when I make 50, 60,000 a year. I'm good, man. I ain't never seen none of that, man. All I see is black people everywhere, man. I don't see no white folks nowhere, man. So if you don't see white folks, where you be at? Somebody left me a comment saying that. So that's why I wanted to put that out there. But it's just a bunch of BS. You know, it's like if you're gonna move here, you have to have a plan. Can't come here thinking that you're gonna wing it. You can't come here thinking that, hey, you know, I'll figure out something when I get here. No. If you go about it doing it that way, it's probably not gonna work out. And a lot of people have tried it. A lot of young people I know have came here and left because it did not work out for them. Because they didn't know what they was getting themselves into, and they don't have a skilled trade. They don't have a unique skill set that somebody is willing to pay for, even if they don't have a job. That's what I'm talking about. That's where, that's where you're making it easy on yourself when you have a skilled trade. And see, a lot of these women that have jobs are not making enough money, and the ones that don't have jobs are struggling. And see, if that's the case, where are they gonna make up for the lack of money at? And see, that's where you come in at. See, because a lot of these people, a lot of women are, they're going to go out and meet as many people as possible, and they're going to try to finesse those relationships and try to get what they can get out the guy as quick as possible. So they're gonna come around you, smile, pander, be nice to you, and especially if they think that you're a type of guy that can really help them out, they're going to do everything in their power to get what they can get out of you. And see, and they're gonna have a pipeline of guys coming through just like that. And then you have a lot of people are driving around in $50,000, $80,000, $100,000 cars, and they're on somebody's couch, and they're homeless, and they got all their clothes in the trunk. So, and see, they use the car as kind of like a hustle. So the car opens doors for them, gives them more opportunities, but at the same time, they're living with somebody else. So there's a lot of smoke and mirrors here. There's a lot of people that are doing well here, but the majority are not. And that's just the reality. Because there's a lot of smoke and mirrors here. A lot of people are homeless here. A lot of people are struggling here because they don't have a unique skill set in order to get paid and at least make a decent living here. And that's just the reality. And this affects the dating scene here, because most people that you're going to meet usually have some type of hidden agenda. They're not around you because they really want to get to know you. They're around you because they kind of have to. So they're trying to finesse and get what they can get out of you and move on to the next Joe. Move on to the next trick. And it's sad, unfortunate, and that makes the dating pool a cesspool. That makes the dating scene, it creates parasites. That's what this environment creates. A bunch of parasites, a bunch of people that's trying to leech, extract, pull out of you as much as they can within the least amount of time. This is why a lot of guys trick off here. This is why a lot of older guys, you know, they try basically, a lot of older guys that I've seen, they manipulate a lot of the women, and a lot of younger girls try to get the dollars out of the guys. And see, that whole relationship, the whole environment, you know, it creates parasites. Sad but true, unfortunate. So that's what I've seen, and that's what I've experienced since being here. Me personally, I choose not to partake in the dating scene. I meet women, men and women all the time, of course, but I don't necessarily date people. There's a small percentage of people here that I meet, and I get to know them over a long period of time, and we just see where things go and let the chips fall where they may, and that's it, you know. So hey, that's pretty much my experience in the dating scene in Atlanta. Now, of course, there's going to be some people that's going to see this video and they're going to disagree with it. That's perfectly fine, you know. That's just my perspective and my story and my experience, and I'm sticking to it. So hey, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it. Check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com. Until next time, see you in the next video. Peace!